As I mentioned in my last blog post, thought I would take this next blog as an opportunity to show you around campus a little bit. Here we are at the main gates. The most important thing about this is the bus stop located right over there, which is how us living off campus get here, and it's really convenient to where most of the off-campus kids are living. This here is kind of the center of campus. It's a man-made pond. I've never seen those water fountains running before, so they special little treat. All the buildings are kind of centered around this area. I guess as it's grown, they've gone farther and farther away. The business school is one of the farthest buildings from here. But a lot of my classes are held in the building right there and beyond those trees, and the library is right there. So student centers, you can't see it from here, is behind that building. So everything's kind of centered around this area here. It's hardly the most important thing on campus, but over there beyond those trees you can see the bank. The only reason I say that is over here they use something called a laser card instead of a credit card or a debit card like we have. It has a little microchip on it. Somehow verifies who you are. So sometimes they'll give you a hard time if you try to use an American card. So we all open bank accounts with AIB, which is that bank on campus, and it gives you a card that you can put a little bit of money on. If you run into a situation where they won't take anything else, at least you have it as a backup. Then here's the technology building with the computer labs and printers and such in there. Another thing to notice are the covered walkways here. As I mentioned previously, it rains quite a bit here, although it's actually dried up quite a bit since I said that. But the paths, most of the paths on campus have at least a portion of them covered, so you can stay dry if it is a rainy day. Right here you can see the student bar, which it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not too busy right now, but it's a fun place to go. Pines are a little bit cheaper there than most places, and a lot of study abroad kids at least do group projects there. Here you're looking at the Quinn School of Business, which if you're coming through Fox, which is probably how you got to this blog, is where you'll spend most of your time. I don't know how new it is, but it's a fairly new building, and it's got more technology than most of the buildings here do. Now we'll go inside and take a look. This here's the main corridor inside the Quinn School of Business. As you can tell, it's pretty modern. I can't really get into a classroom right now because it's the middle of the day to show you what a classroom looks like, but it's about like a Fox School classroom with projectors and 2 screens and fairly sophisticated podium. No air conditioning though. They don't use too much of that. That's something our class of 100 people have noticed inside that small room. As long as I have the camera on campus, I figured I'd show you. So that's the on-campus housing. You can see more. There's more behind those trees. It goes back there quite a ways. I can't get you in there today. I figured it was worth noting though. It is fairly nice. I've been in a couple places. Again, the real benefit is not quality of the apartment, it's more your location. If you want to be able to see the city and not have to pay for taxis back every night, off campus is probably better. If you don't tend to go out too much during the week, you know, maybe on campus would be better. It is just a tad cheaper, but honestly, the way we look at it, it's probably going to come out about the same by the time you count for trains and taxis and buses to get in and out whenever we go somewhere. So I guess that's all I really have for on campus. So see you in another couple weeks.